Let's go live. All right, welcome in everybody. I think we are live. It is time. It is Orioles baseball. This is the pregame show. We're less than 20 minutes out from the Orioles White Sox, as 4:30 is set for game time. Good to have everybody here. Welcome in everyone. Welcome back into the Birdland Network. My name is Walt, and today we're going to be calling the Orioles White Sox game. Again, good to have everybody here. Hope everybody's having a great start to their day. And we'll talk a little bit about pregame stuff and then first pitches again, scheduled for 4:30. This game was originally supposed to be at 7 p.m. tonight. But there's weather in the forecast for this evening in Baltimore. So the Orioles and White Sox both agreed to move it up. Major League Baseball approved it. And here we are. So we're at a 4:30 instead of a 7. Welcome in, Jeannie. Good to see you. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. So afternoon baseball here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully the O's can pull one out. Big series for them if they're going to have any way, shape, or form of getting into back into any sort of race in baseball this year, much less the division. But even if they want to get back into the wild card race, it's got to start today and this weekend against a very beatable team in the Chicago White Sox. And it just is what it is. I think the White Sox have like the second worst record in baseball behind the Rockies. They set a record. They lost 121 games last year. So this is a very winnable series for the Orioles. And to be honest, they have to win it. And really, if I'm going to be even more honest, they got to sweep this series. They got to win all 3 games. They're at home. They're getting healthier. They're facing a bad team. They've got some of their best pitchers pitching for the Orioles. It's really... It's one of those series where the Orioles have to win. And they really need to sweep. So we'll see what happens. Some news today. Cedric Mullins was put on the injured list by the Orioles, 10-day injured list. Doesn't seem to be anything significant. Cooper Hummel was called back up to replace him. Don't really understand that. But Cooper Hummel is going to be the guy that's going to be coming onto the roster to take his place. So hopefully... Again, it's always the same thing with Mullins. I hate to say it, but he's got a hamstring strain, and his legs are very important to him, and so he's got a strain. He's on the IL. Manzolino seems to think it's not going to be that big of a deal, so we'll see. Slyster, welcome in. Victor's here. Jeannie's here. Good to have everybody in the house. Hello, Walt, everybody. He says, smart move to move game up. It'll rain heavy later at night. Yes, that's what I heard. So hopefully we'll get this game in. They're about ready to do the national anthem, and we'll get started. Let's talk about lineups for the White Sox. Meidroth batting first, Tauchman second, Vargas third, Benintendi fourth, Luis Robert Jr. fifth, Palacio sixth, Quiro seventh, Sosa eighth, and Rojas ninth. Schuster is pitching for the White Sox. He's got a 6.59 ERA. For the Orioles, batting first and second base, of course, Jackson Holiday. Batting second and catching, Adley Rutschman. Third at short, Gunnar Henderson. Fourth in right field is fourth at first base, Ryan Mountcastle. Fifth in right field, Ryan O'Hearn. Sixth, third base, Ramon Urias. Seventh, DH in Emmanuel Rivera. Eighth in left field, Heston Kjerstad. And ninth in center field is Dylan Carlson. So, and for the Orioles, Zach Eflin, 5.40 ERA, is pitching for the O's. Eflin had a really, really good ERA, had a real competitive ERA before his last outing where he just got shelled. That really kind of bumped his ERA up. So, we're really hoping for a bounce back today from him. So, hopefully we will get that for sure. That's the view we're going to have today from Oriole Park on the game day stuff. Hopefully you guys like that. That's what I want to see there. Anyway, so yeah, we have Cedric Mullins on the IL. Again, 10 days. I think it's retro back to a day. So he should be back as soon as his 10 days are up. Yesterday, Colton Cowser and Jordan Westberg both played for AAA Norfolk. They had a doubleheader. They both played in the first game yesterday. They both looked really good. Technically, Colton Cowser was eligible to come off the injured list today. The word seems to be he's going to come off starting next week, Tuesday, when they go on the road to Seattle. So I think he's going to join the team in Seattle for that series against the Mariners and then the A's. I think it's the Mariners and the A's the Orioles face starting Tuesday. Because they got Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the White Sox. They're off Monday. Tuesday, they start a 6-game West Coast trip to Seattle and Oakland. So hopefully they'll get Cowser back. And there's a good opportunity that they're going to get Jordan Westburg back at the same time as well. Westburg can come off at any time. His has been retro back for a while. He's eligible to come off at any point. The Orioles just aren't putting him back on the roster yet. He still needs some more at-bats as well. But anyway, we'll see how today goes. Orioles really need a win, folks. They need a win. 10 likes already. Good to have everybody in here. I appreciate Jeannie, Victor, and Slicer commenting. There's Chris. Chris, no problem. Yeah, I got out a little early to call the game, so no problem at all. Totally get it. Appreciate all the likes, guys. We're at 11 already. If you are new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Going to start doing some more video stuff. Obviously, Thursday and Friday, we always have our Hall of Fame profiles. Going to start creating more of them. I've got profiles throughout the rest of this year. So every Thursday and Friday, the rest of the year, you're going to get profiles. And I'll start making more for 2026 very, very soon. But anyway, again, about the Orioles, need a win today. Really need a win. Got to find a way to get some sort of winning streak started. Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. Good to see you as well. Thank you, everybody, for the likes. 7 of you in here, 11 likes already. We're trying to get to 30. We're trying to get to 1,160 subs. We're at, I think, 1,152, 1,153. So we're only 6 or 7 off. Appreciate you all being here. Yes, Victor's right. Welcome in, everybody. Good to have you here. So we'll see what happens with the O's today. Need a win, man. Been saying it. Feels like I've been saying it all season. They need wins. And, they are easily the most disappointing team in baseball this year. It started the season. It was actually Atlanta to start the season. But, the Orioles have kind of taken over as the most disappointing team in baseball. I will say this. I keep hearing from all these prognosticators that, oh, my God, the Orioles are done. They've wasted their window of opportunity. I don't understand that train of thought. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Jackson Holiday, Jordan Westburg, Colton Cowser, Heston Kjerstad, Grayson Rodriguez, Kyle Bradish. None of these guys are going anywhere for several seasons. They're not going anywhere. So it's not like this is the final season and all these players become free agents at the end of the year and then they're going to lose everybody. They still have a window of opportunity. Even if this season's a bust and they don't do well, they can regroup, come back next season and just say, you know what? It's a mulligan. Let's do it over. It's a do-over and go from there. No, Victor, we did not make it over to Disney's Hollywood Studios. We just weren't feeling it. It was really crowded. It was hot. And we were like, we don't want to wait in those lines. So, no, we didn't. But anyway, so good question, Victor. But yeah, no, we did not. But we'll be at Magic Kingdom on Sunday. They got the new they got the new cool kids stuff going on for the summer. And I want to see, all 4 parks have stuff. So I want to see what they have over at Magic Kingdom. We'll try to get over some of the other parks too. But, yeah, so we'll see what the Orioles do today. Again, it's always been about for the Orioles, the biggest pet peeve for me this year, the biggest pet peeve for me this year with the Orioles has been the runners in scoring position. Just absolutely atrocious. They've been so bad, it's almost impossible how bad they've been with runners in scoring position. Just last night, well, not last night, but Wednesday night in the game they lost 6-4 or 7-4 to the Cardinals, they went 3 for 17 with runners in scoring position. It was horrible. You just cannot play like that. So we'll see what happens today. Hopefully they can get back on track. One bright spot for the Orioles, other than Ryan O'Hearn, of course, has been Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday's been absolutely in his, what I consider to be his sophomore season. He's batting .275, 6 home runs, like 20-something RBIs. He's really been playing well at second base defensively as well. He's been a great leadoff hitter for the Orioles. Steals bases, very, very aggressive on the base pass. He's been everything that the Orioles thought he was going to be. And to all those fans out there, and you're out there, and don't tell me you're not. All these fans were like, trade Jackson Holiday. We got to get rid of him. Let's trade him for something. Where are you all at with him now? I mean, I'm not saying the kid's going to hit 350 and hit 40 home runs, but he's definitely a franchise player, and it's very, very good that the Orioles have held on to him. All right, Chris says, that's ridiculous. The core is still so young. It's got to get healthy, and they got to start hitting like they can, and we got to get more starting pitching. That's all. Yeah, well, you know what, Chris? I'm still in the boat. Look, I don't think the starting pitching, if you look at on paper, I didn't think their starting pitching was as bad as it is. Now, they haven't performed. I agree. But if you tell me, if you had, all things being equal, if you have Grayson Rodriguez, Zach Eflin, and Kyle Bradish as your starting three, that's a pretty good rotation. You don't have to have a Max Fried to win. You don't have to have a Tariq Skubal to win. Now, it's great if you do, and that's fine. You know, the Orioles had Corbin Burns last year, and what did they win? They didn't win anything. You know, the Tigers had Tariq Skubal last year. What did they win? They didn't win anything. Did they win the World Series? No. Look at the Dodgers this year. They went out and got Roki Sasaki. He's on the injured list. They went out and got Blake Snell. He's on the injured list. They went out and got Tyler Glasnow. He's on the injured list. So, you know, but the Dodgers are still winning even with all those pitching injuries because they're hitting. And that's the key. The Orioles went into this season. Pitching was going to be a weakness. I agree. But the hitting was supposed to be a strength. It was supposed to be the part of the Orioles team that was going to be the part that was going to carry them when it needed to be carried. They haven't carried them at all. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, 12 people in here right now. Wow, good to have you all in here. If you are new, please hit that like button. And please hit subscribe. And let's get this party started. Key for the Orioles, get out early. Get some early runs. And Zach Eflin's got to put up some zeros. Of course, our son lives up in Maryland. And it's just been raining cats and dogs for days now. So hopefully the Orioles have that window where they can get this game in today. And tomorrow and Sunday. Well, Victor, that's what everybody's saying. And I guess if you look at it in hindsight, yes. Obviously, you know, the Orioles didn't lack off-season acquisitions. They went out and they got Tyler O'Neill. They went out and got Tomoyuki Sagano. They went out and got Charlie Morton. They made acquisitions. They just didn't make the acquisitions that people thought they should make. So it's not that they didn't do anything. It's just they didn't do what people thought they should do. Okay? Sagano's been very good for the Orioles. He's got a 3.5 ERA or even less than that. He's kept them in every single game. He's been very good. You know, Zach Eflin, for the most part, and until his last start, has kept the Orioles in every single game. He's been good. Kramer started slow, was really terrible early. He's gotten better. He's now keeping them in games. So I don't think the rotation is anything less than Charlie Morton has been the problem. Charlie Morton has been absolutely atrocious for the Orioles. If he was just half the player he was last year, the Orioles would be in much better shape. And not having Grayson Rodriguez, unreliable Rodriguez, as I call him. No, and it's not happening at all, Chris, at all, for the Orioles. They're just not hitting in the clutch at all. I've never seen anything like it. All right, so my draw is in the box. He's ready. Eflin's ready. Here's the first pitch. Now outside, ball 1-0. So we're off and running. Chase Mydroth, the 286 hitter, 1 home run, 5 RBIs, 715 OPS. Next pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. I guess Mydroth thought it was a ball, but it was definitely a strike. Got plenty of the zone. No timeline, Chris. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he plays this year. I don't think he plays at all. 1-1 pitch, outside, ball 2. I don't think he plays at all this year. All right, 2-1 pitch. Just off the edge, ball 3. 3-1 to my draw. Again, good to have everybody in here. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. 3-2. My draw was taken all the way there. Wow, 14 likes already. Thanks, gang. Yeah, Chris, no time frame for him at all. All right, so we got our first full count of the game. Eflin is ready. He's at the belt. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. So he fell behind in the count 3-1, but he came back and got the strikeout. Well, Victor, your Mets, again, I talked about at the beginning of the year. I knew the Mets were going to be good. I still think they're going to be good. And I wouldn't worry so much about Juan Soto. I think the next 3 to 4 years, you're fine with him. After that, it becomes an albatross. All right, here's Talkman. 323 hitter, first pitch. Inside, way inside, ball 1. You know, Soto, the problem with Juan Soto for me, he's a great hitter. He's going to hit you. He's going to do well in that respect. You know, but I think he's going to be awesome these first 3 or 4 seasons. 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. So Eflin's falling behind here. Fastball command of the pitches is not there right now. Not there at all, to be honest with you. All right, 2-0 count. Here is the 2-0 pitch. There's a strike. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball. Center field. Right fielder's coming over. Center fielder's coming over. Dylan Carlson is there, and he's got it for the second out. So 2 down here in the first inning. Slicer says a solid bounce-back performance from Eflin is much. Yes. I'll be honest with you, Slicer. I don't know if you were here when we started. I think the Orioles have to sweep this series. I do. If they win 2 out of 3, I'll be disappointed. If they lose 2 out of 3, the season's over. Period. All right, here's Vargas. First pitch to him, strike on the outside corner, 0-1. I do like I'd like that the Chicago White Sox are taking pitches early in counts. They're trying to drive up that pitch count on Eflin. I think that's smart. 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. Victor says he'll be fine. It came out that he's battling a little depression. Rookies in town. We better get all 3. Rockies in town. Yeah, you should get all 3. What is he battling depression for? He just signed a $750 million contract. 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Way outside. Ball 1. 1-2. What kind of depression is he battling? Has he battled it before? Didn't seem like he was depressed last year with the Yankees. All right. 1-2 pitch. Swing. Oh, Adley couldn't hold on to it. It was a foul tip into the glove, and it came in and out of the glove. Yeah, Slicer, they got to sweep. JP5, welcome in. They better play good. Sox been playing pretty good lately. They have. They've been playing all right, to their credit. Eflin set. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside. 2-2. Competitive pitch there by Eflin. It's close enough that maybe he offers at it, but it is a ball. And he didn't. So 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Way outside and in the dirt. Ball 3. Yeah, Chris, I don't like for a first inning that he's going deep in counts here. He's already at 16 pitches in just this first inning. The last thing the Orioles need is Zach Eflin going on some sort of slump pitching-wise. 3-2 pitch. There's a pop-up down the first base side that looks like it's going to get out of play. We're going to do it again, 3-2. Yeah, JP5, you're right, though. White Sox, to their credit, have been playing better baseball of late. So, you know, this is a battle of 2 teams that are struggling for the season. And if you're an Orioles fan, you got to hope they take advantage of it. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. Shortstop. He's got it. Over to first. That's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Bottom of the first coming up. No score on the Orioles. Good to have everybody in. We have 16 likes already, too. You guys are amazing. Look at that. We're already more than halfway to our goal. I got some popcorn. Well, I got some pretzels with peanut in the middle. Look, gang, I'm being healthy. No soda. I'm drinking water. All right, for the Birds. Holiday, Rutschman, Henderson. They're saying he's upset about his performance and it's starting to make him unhappy. Well, you know what? Play better then. I know that sounds terrible. It sounds harsh. I get it. It sounds harsh. But you know what? $750 million. Just, you're going to be there for the next 15 seasons. Relax. And I get it. Easier said than done. But in the end, it's a game. In the end, he's rich for the rest of his life. And his kids' lives. And his grandkids' life. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Jackson Holliday's going to be stepping into the box for the O's. Jared Schuster on the mound for the White Sox, 6.59 ERA. 13 innings so far on the year. All right, Jackson's ready. Schuster's ready. Here we go. First pitch. Inside and it hit him! First pitch of the game, and Schuster goes up and in on Jackson Holliday and hits him on the back left shoulder or right shoulder right there. It hits him, and that's a leadoff walk. That's scary. Oh, no, it didn't. It got him on the back part here. It got him here. Either way, though, that's not good. So, man on already for the Orioles. And I'll be honest with you, wouldn't be surprised if you see him go soon. So, here's Rutschman. He's been really struggling. First pitch, way outside, ball one. MU12PH, welcome in. All I would ask is please keep it family friendly for me. One-0 pitch, here it is. Inside and low, ball two, 2-0. Yep, man on already. Wow, 17 people watching. Good to have everybody here. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Doesn't cost you anything. Takes a second to do it. And we'd love for you to come back for more Orioles baseball. 2-0 pitch. Nope. Throw over to first. Jackson is back. We'll go over scores around Major League Baseball in the third, at the end of the third inning, at the end of the seventh inning. We'll give you score updates if there are any. I think there's one other game going on right now. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike on the bottom half of the zone, but it's a strike. Oh, MU12PH. Is it Murph? MU12PH. No problem. Nothing to be sorry about. You didn't know. You're good. Appreciate you being here. JP5. That's why they're having the weather that they are. Here we go. 2-1 pitch. Here we go. There's a fly ball. Right field hit pretty well, but it looks like the right fielder's got it. Yep, he's got it. And that's the first out. Weather in Baltimore is going to be rainy all night, which is why they're not having the game at 7 o'clock. They moved the game up to 4:30 because they're calling for heavy rain in the evening. So they want to get the game in today, so they moved it up to 4:30. So weather's not good in Maryland right now, or at least it's not going to be this evening. All right, so here we go for the O's. We've now got Gunners up. All right, checking on Adley. Oh, checking on Jackson. He's back. First pitch to Gunner. Here goes Jackson. Throw down the second. Safe! Good jump by Jackson Holliday, and he steals yet another base. Yeah, it's Murph. You're the only one that's ever caught that. The 12 is supposed to be an R. Okay, yeah. Murph, absolutely. Welcome in. So Jackson Holiday steals yet another base on the season. Great having him at the top of the lineup. So now a man in scoring position for Gunnar to see if he can come through. 0-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Outside, ball one, 1-1. Again, these are the situations that the Orioles have absolutely positively failed miserably at all year. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They have been horrible with runners in scoring position this year. They have to find a way to be better. 1-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball to the right side. It's going to go to the second baseman. He's going to throw over to first for the second out. That does get the runner over to third. But just like that, the Orioles are 0 for 1 with a runner in scoring position. $19 likes, 20 likes. We're trying to get to 30. So now it's up to Ryan Mountcastle. So there's Burke. Okay, so you were asking Murph about Burke. He's warming in the bullpen. So I guess they went with a starter. First pitch to Mountie. There's a ball low. Thelonious? Is it Thelonious? Welcome in, Thelonious. Am I saying that right? And you're welcome. Glad you're here. Hope you subscribe. 239 hitter. Only 2 home runs for Mountcastle. His power numbers have just decreased every year. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-1. So Thelonious, welcome in. Thanks, Victor. I appreciate you saying that. We have fun. Mountie, they even moved the fence in for him, and he still only got 2 home runs. His power has been terrible for the Orioles. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 1-2. Snick Wahak? I don't even know how to say that, but welcome in, Snick. I'm going to call you Snick. I don't know how to pronounce it. Good to have you here. Good to have everybody here. Hope you guys subscribe. Yeah, Mountcastle's just not done well. His power has really left him. 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a foul again. We're going to do it again. 1-2. I think part of the problem is, and I seem to see this problem with a lot of Orioles hitters this year, is they're not hitting well on the fastball, which is surprising because most hitters can hit off the fastball. They have trouble with breaking balls and off-speed pitches. He doesn't. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right field. That's going to get out of play. We're going to do it again. I went for the Sox. Understandable. No problem at all. I never have any problem with anybody coming in. If you like the other team, you like the other team. As long as you're respectful and nice about it, no problem at all. We're here to have fun. I'm here to make it family friendly too. So if kids are watching online, they can't get the game and they want to watch, they can watch. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul back again. So Mountie seems to be in swing mode. He's swinging at everything right now. And again, Burke is warming in the bullpen. So they obviously, Chicago went with a starter today. Really could use this early run right here. If Mountie can just find a way to, even if he just pokes one into the outfield for a base hit, we don't need a home run here, just a hit. 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, ball. 2-2. Good take by Mountcastle right there. I always like to call it competitive pitches when you're ahead in the count. So not necessarily a strike, but close enough to being a strike that maybe you can get the hitter to offer at it. That's a good take by Mountcastle. Here we go. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. Dropped by the catcher. That would have been strike 3. So Mountcastle's still alive. But you know what, Snick? I'll say this. If he gets the hitter, he's not coming out for the next inning anyway. He can throw as many pitches as he needs to throw because he just needs to get the out if you're him, if you're the pitcher. For the Orioles, Mountcastle needs a big hit here. Got to come through. At the belt. Here's the 2-2. There's a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman's got to make a quick throw, and he's just in time. It was a ball up the middle, went by the pitcher. Second baseman had to backhand it behind the second base bag and make a throw across his body, and he just gets him. Mountie was hustling out of the box, but he's just out at first. So no runs, No hits, a man left. And just like that, the Orioles are 0 for 2 with runners in scoring position. My gracious. Not good. Not good at all. Got to find ways to score runs with runners in scoring position. Especially with the amount of opportunities the Orioles get. And yet here we are again. Anyway, gang, there you go. Next broadcast, we're hoping is going to be next week against the Mariners. It's going to be an afternoon game again. Yeah, JP5, it was a nice backhanded play by the second baseman. Behind second base bag, right up the middle. And he had to stop, turn, cross his body, and throw back over the first. It was a nice play. Really, Murph? First year watching baseball. You know what? I don't know where you live. You know, I'm born and raised in Baltimore. And here's what I will say. Okay, Murph, for what it's worth. Find a good reason to like a team. That's what I'll say. I always say, I have a friend of mine that first he likes the Yankees, then he likes the Dodgers, and then he likes the Phillies, and not Chris. Chris is in the chat, but that's not who I'm talking about. He likes the teams that are winning, and that's just you're not a fan. You're a bandwagon fan. Find a team you like and like it for a reason. That's what I'll say. Find a good reason. All right, here's Eflin. First pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. Holiday's got it. Throw to first, and Benintendi on one pitch is the first out. What I'll say, Murph, is this. Find a reason why you like a team. I don't care why you like them. You like a player. You like the uniform. It's close to your hometown, whatever it may be. I'm born and raised in Baltimore. I love the Orioles. If the Orioles are good, great. Awesome. It's going to be a fun season. But even if they're bad, still my team. I love them. Here's Luis Robert. First pitch to him is a strike. Bottom part of the plate. 0-1. Yeah, Victor, I'm hoping to. Depends on what day of the weeks and what the times are. Scott, welcome in. 0-1 pitch just on the outside corner. 1-1. Scott Takal, welcome in, buddy. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. Trying to get to 30 likes. We're already at 21. 1-1 pitch to Luis Robert. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-2. Robert's batting 190 on the year. That's not like him at all. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Changeup just kind of rode on into the inside on Luis Robert for a strikeout. So 2 quick outs for Zach Eflin here in the second inning. Is it Thelonious, by the way? Am I saying that right? Yes, Mullins went to the injured list today. He did. 10-day injured list. Should be back. First pitch to Palacios. Swing and a foul. 0-1. From Kentucky. Brother, so no baseball team. Closest to me would be Cincinnati Reds or St. Louis Cardinals. Well, both are fine teams to root for. Hey, Jason, welcome in. 0-1 pitch. Oh, just called a ball, but it looks like it caught the zone to me. Welcome in, Jason. Nah, Victor, love your team, man. 1-1 pitch. Just outside. Ball 2. 2-1. JP says, love back in the day when Baltimore was Austin, Jim Palmer, and all those great teams. Yeah, I was around for those teams. 2-1 pitch coming. There's a strike right there. 92 for Eflin. Palacios was taken all the way on that. 2-2 count now. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Second inning. 2s across the board. And Palacios is a .222 hitter. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, line drive, caught by the first baseman. I said ground ball, but it was a line drive. Caught by Ryan Mountcastle, and that, folks, is your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the second coming up. O's got coming up. Who they got coming up? They got O'Hearn, Urias, and Emmanuel Rivera. But yes, Cedric Mullins to the injured list, 10-day injured list. Orioles don't seem to think it's going to be an issue. They said it's a minor hamstring strain. And I guess they're expecting him to be back when his time to come back is here. So hopefully they're right. And hopefully he's back very, very quickly. Again, appreciate anybody that comes out. And if you subscribe, appreciate you subscribing. It'd be a personal thank you from me. And if you do subscribe and help my channel grow, we're very small channel. 1,153 subscribers. So we don't have a lot at all. But you know what? We're just getting started. We just started last year. We didn't even call games last year. Or yeah, we did. We called a few games last year, but it wasn't all of them. So we appreciate y'all coming in and being part of this. And again, the only thing I ask when you come in here is just keep it family friendly. Be nice to each other. Enjoy your teams. And that's it. Thanks, Thelonious. Absolutely. I try. And I really mean this. I absolutely try my best to spell things right. Because people get my last name wrong all the time. And, you know, I get it. And it's not fun. So if I can pronounce it right, I'm going to do my best to do so. So here comes Ryan O'Hearn for the Orioles. Having a really good start to the season. 338 average on the year. He's really been on fire. I still don't ultimately think that Ryan O'Hearn is long for the Orioles. I just don't. All right, so Schuster is still out there. Burke is not in the game. Here's the first pitch to O'Hearn. Ball inside, 1-0. I will root for your Orioles except this series versus the White Sox. I get it, Scott. I'm totally understanding. I get it, buddy. I get it. 1-0 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field by Ryan O'Hearn. And he is just continuing to hit right now. Against lefties, too. Good for him. Murph says, I hope the Mets finish strong. Victor, same for the Orioles, Walt. Thanks. Thank you, Murph. I appreciate you saying that, man. And no matter who you pick, good luck. All right, so that's going to be it for Schuster. So they wanted Schuster to come out for the third or second inning to face O'Hearn. They're gonna pull him, and they're gonna go to Burke. Yep. So that's it. So Schuster was just an opener. He came in, did his job, got an inning out of him, and now Burke's coming into the game. And Burke is gonna face Arias, Emmanuel Rivera, and then Heston Kjerstad. It's funny, if you look at the number 12, you're right, Murph. That is an R. It's a 1 and then a 2. I can see where you can make that an R. So the Orioles get the leadoff hitter on. I guess so. They went with an opener, Victor, in Schuster. Burke's now coming in the game at this point. I don't think you're only going to get 1 or 2 innings out of Burke unless he's just getting lit up by the Orioles. But if he's being effective, he's probably going to pitch 4 or 5 innings. JP5 says, I want his job. Go get 4 outs and call it a day. How sweet it is. You know what? That's the thing. You know, it's one of those things. Baseball players, football players, basketball players, hockey players, soccer players, you name it. They got the life, man. They get to go out and play a game for a living and make millions of dollars doing it. You know, I don't know where Kevin Brown is, Thelonious. That's a good question. He's not calling the game today, and he actually hasn't been calling several games lately. So I don't know if he's got a lighter load this year or what. I don't think there's any issues because he was calling games earlier in the season. I think he's just got a little bit of a lighter load. I know that same thing with Palmer. Palmer's taking on a lighter load. All right, here's Arias with Burke on the mound. First pitch. High and inside. Ball 1, 1-0. I really like Kevin Brown. I love Ben McDonald. I think Ben McDonald is probably the best call guy we got right now. Color guy, anyway. And that's not a knock on Palmer because I love Palmer, too. All right, here we go. 1-0 pitch coming to Ramon Arias. Here it is. And that ball is high, 2-0. Yeah, I don't know if Kevin Thelonious, that's a good question. I don't know, what, I didn't read anything about him being, let go or anything. I hate to even bring that up, but we'll see. All right, 2-0 count on Arias. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a pop-up. It's going to be in play. Here comes the right fielder. He's going to have a play. He's going to get there, and that's the second out. Man, that's the kind of stuff that as an Oriole fan irks me. You've got a 2-0 count, and you have a swing like that. A ball outside and high, and you swing at that pitch. You don't even need to swing at that. And then he pops up, a weak pop-up to the right fielder. That's not a competitive, I talk about competitive pitches. That's not a competitive at-bat to me. That's not good. All right, here's Emmanuel Rivera with 1 out. Still got a man on first. First pitch. Low, ball 1, 1-0. I just don't like it. I just think those aren't competitive at-bats. And you just got to be better than that. All right, Rivera's up. 259 hitter on the season. 1-0 count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That ball's inside, ball 2. So here we go again. Orioles getting ahead in counts. You got a 2-0 count now. You can look for a certain pitch. You don't have to swing at it. If he throws a strike, it's 2-1. You're still ahead in the count. If he throws a ball, you're ahead 3-1, and then you're really in good shape. Let's see what he does. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. That's a good take. Strike on the outside corner. That's a good take by Rivera there. That pitch, he's probably not going to do anything with it. Take it, see if they'll call it a ball. They didn't. It just catches the outside corner. So 2-1. All right, Burke is at the belt. And here's the pitch. There's a foul. Swinging a foul back. 2-2. Yeah, JP5 for sure. Burke just coming into the games, make them throw strikes. That's exactly right. Make them work. I would definitely agree with that. 23 likes, guys. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do so. Here we go with 2-2 count. Rivera is set. Burke's pitch. Pop up. First baseman's giving it a look. He's got to play. And he makes the catch. So that's 2 outs. So 2 bad at-bats by the Orioles, back-to-back. Pop-ups down the right field line, and very easy catches for both of these guys. That's going to bring Heston Kjerstad to the plate. Kjerstad's struggling right now. And again, it's his first full season in the major leagues. It's going to take time, but he's batting 190, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs, 545 OPS. Orioles, if they could get Kjerstad going, wow, that could be a big boost to the lineup. Let's see what he does here. First pitch, outside, ball 1. I like seeing him take pitches. Kjerstad seems to sometimes be a little impatient and swing at pitches he shouldn't swing at. So 1-0 count. Burke's at the belt. Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a foul. 1-1. I think part of the issue with Kjerstad is, too, he has a very long swing. Has to find ways to either quicken his bat speed or shorten his stroke. Because he has a very long swing, and it's part of the reason why he's so subject to striking out a lot. He's got to cut down on his strikeouts. He's got a 1-1 count here. Let's see what he can do. No, throw over to first. O'Hearn's back. O'Hearn has a couple steals this year as well, oddly enough. Oh, it looks like it's starting to rain where I am. A dinger can help the average and confidence. Come on, youngster. Right, JP? I agree with that. 1-1 count. Here it is. Swinging a foul back again. See, anything 96 like that, Kjerstad has trouble handling it because he's behind. He can't get out in front. He's late on fastballs. And now he's down in the count 1 and 2. And this is where they set him up here. A breaking ball in the dirt, and he's more than likely to swing. Let's see. Hopefully not. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. That's it. That's your inning. So a leadoff single goes for naught. Orioles get nothing. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. Top of the 3rd inning coming up. No score. Peanut butter in my teeth. Gotta get it out. Yeah, 96. You know, the hardest thing to do in professional sports, the hardest thing to do in sports, any sport, is hit a baseball. It is. You're taking a round ball and you're trying to hit it with a round bat, coming in at speeds of 90 to 100 miles an hour with movement. It can change speeds, and you've got like 0.2 of a second to make up your mind whether or not you're swinging. There's nothing harder to do. And the numbers prove that. You know, if you go 7 out of 10 hit, if you 7 out of 10 times up, you can get out. You can fail 7 out of 10 times and you're considered an awesome hitter. You're a 300 hitter. So, yeah, I get it. But that's what these guys are paid to do. Anyway, top of the 3rd inning. Bad thing for the Orioles is what they really want to do at this point is they can't do what they're doing. The one thing that the Orioles really struggle with is taking inferior teams like a White Sox team and allowing them to stay around. First pitch from Eflin, there's a strike, 0-1. You know, not getting early leads, not putting the foot on the throat and just squeezing, and you allow teams to hang around, then they have a chance to win late. 0-1 pitch, there's a swing and a foul ball off to the left, 0-2. As part of the issue with the Orioles, they have to, get an early lead, get a 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 lead, put the White Sox behind the 8 ball just like that, and then you're going to take the life right out of them, and that's how you start winning games. The Orioles can't do that. 0-2 pitch, ground ball to the second baseman, easy chance for Jackson, throw to first, and that's the first out. And that's the thing the Orioles have to do. They cannot score early in games, and you allow these teams to stick around, and then 1 or 2 mistakes could cost you the game. So, got to find ways to score runs. All right, here's Sosa, and I don't mean Sammy. First pitch to him. There's a line drive, base hit into left field. So there you go. So the White Sox are on the board with their first hit. That was a curveball that just hung up in the middle of the zone, and Sosa just lines it into left field for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting. So a 1-out single is going to bring Rojas to the plate. Rojas is a 158 hitter on the season. No home runs, 3 RBIs. Josh Rojas. Eflin's at the belt. He's set. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball right back to Eflin. Eflin throws to Gunnar at second. Back to first. Double play, folks. And just like that, 1 pitch, 2 outs, inning over. Quick inning for Zach Eflin right there. That was beautiful. Now, if you're the Orioles hitters, you got to start scoring runs. Bottom of the 3rd inning coming up, guys. No score. And Orioles got to find ways to score some runs, gentlemen. Let's go. 23 likes, 18 in here. Hit that like button. Please chat as well. Love to see the chat move. Love to see everybody commenting. We're glad everybody's here. Here, I'll put a chat in too, just so you guys can see it. That's my other channel. All right, so for the Orioles coming up, it's going to be Dylan Carlson back to the top of the lineup with Jackson Holliday and Adley Rutschman. Carlson, Holliday, Rutschman coming up for the O's. 18 people in here. I need the White Sox, says Pearl Miller. I totally get it. No problem at all, Pearl. They're in this game right now. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and it's still 0-0. So they're in it. Pearl says, I need the White Sox. First 20,000 fans, May 31st, tomorrow, are going to get a Grayson Rodriguez bobblehead. I wonder if the bobblehead will get hurt. Sorry. Grayson Rodriguez has been absolutely unavailable for the Orioles. Dylan Carlson, here we go. First pitch. Strike, just on the bottom of the zone, 0-1. That's not Melissa Victor. That was me. Here's the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-1. Carlson's a 190 hitter on the year. 3 home runs. I think it was 12 RBI, something like that. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball foul down the left field line. 1-2. Here comes a 5 spot. I wish. Victor, thanks. Tay and them. Welcome in. Need 3 Eflin Ks. Well, he's got 2. He's going to get the 3. You're going to be fine. Trust me. 1-2 pitch to Carlson. Swinging a foul back again. 1-2. Welcome in, Tay and them. Hope you subscribe. Come back for more. Lots of Orioles baseball over here. Carlson, 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field. Past the second baseman. There's another leadoff hitter for the Orioles. So the Orioles have had the leadoff man on base all 3 innings. Jackson Holliday led off the game with getting hit by a pitch. Ryan O'Hearn led off the second inning with a base hit. Dylan Carlson leads off the third with a base hit. And the Orioles don't have a run to show for it. So we are back at the top of the lineup for Jackson again. Again, he got hit in the shin or in his elbow the first time up. Had the protective wear on, so he's fine. He's ready. First pitch. There's a ground ball. First base, throw to second for 1. Back to first. Is it in time? It is in time, and that's a double play. Wow, nice turn by the White Sox right there. Vargas gets it, throws a strike to second for 1. Throw back to first is in time to get Jackson Holliday. Half a step, but he's out. And just like that, oh, the Orioles, man, just no offense whatsoever. All right, here's Rutschman. First pitch to him. There's a curveball strike right there. Taken for a strike. 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside. Ball 1. 1-1. 23 likes, no discipline. JP5, I'll tell you, early on in his career, most young guys are like that. But you're right. Take a pitch. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Third base umpire says no, he did not. 2-1. I would agree with that. I mean, guy just came up, got a base hit. Take a pitch, right? Take a pitch or 2. See if you can get a couple pitches in. He didn't do that. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-2. 95. Yeah, no discipline on that at bat for sure. First pitch coming up, he swings at the first pitch. I don't like that. All right. Rutschman set. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rutschman swung right through it. And that's it. That's your inning. No runs. No runs. 1 hit. No men left. We're through 3 innings, and we don't know which team's worse. Is it the Orioles? Is it the Orioles or is it the White Sox? It's a battle of 2 terrible teams. So I feel Rutschman has been given a long enough leash. Move him down the lap. I agree. Slyster, I tend to agree. I think at this point, I think that definitely, I love Rutschman. He's one of my favorite players on the Orioles. And he was the big reason for the turnaround. He really was. But when Jordan Westburg comes back, Adley Rutschman's got to fall to like 6th or 7th in the lineup until he starts hitting again. Jackson first, Jordan Westburg second, Gunnar Henderson third, Tyler O'Neill fourth, Colton Cowser fifth, Ryan Mountcastle sixth, Adley Rutschman 7th, Ramon Arias, if he's going to be playing, I don't know, or whoever the 2 outfielders are, 8 and 9. That's what you have to do. I love Rutschman. He's one of my favorite players on this team, but he's just not. He's batting .203. He's not having competitive at bats. He's not having good at bats. He's just not doing well at all. You cannot continue to put him in the number 2 hole. You don't take him out of the lineup, okay? I don't feel you take him out of the lineup, but we need, he has to figure something out. I don't know what the Orioles are going to do, but we'll see. 24 likes. We got another one. Only 6 away. Good job, everybody. All right, Zach Eflin's through 3 innings. He's only given up the 1 hit with only 2 strikeouts. T and them needs 3 more or 3 strikeouts. He's got 2. Hopefully he'll get you 1 this inning. We're both bad right now. I feel bad for Brandon Hyde, but happy for Tony Manzolino. Yeah, Slyster, he's been slumping, no doubt. I think it's in his head. All right, 0-1 count on Mydroth already. So here we go. 0-1 pitch. There's a pop-up. Center field hit fairly deep, but Carlson's going to get there. He's got it, and that's the first out. I'll say this, Slyster. He has been slumping for a while. Absolutely. But I'm not going to condemn his career for 1 year, 1 bad season. I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to condemn him for 1 bad year. And that's about what it is. July to July, that's 1 bad year for me. If we go into 2020, even if it continues, if we go into 2026, here's Talkman, by the way, first pitch. Strike on the outside bottom half of the strike zone. Good pitch. If we go into 2026 and he's struggling in 2026, okay, something's up. 0-1 pitch. Inside part of the plate. They called that one a ball, though. 1-1. Victor, who would you like your manager to be? Would you prefer an experienced guy or a rookie coach who's been an assistant? I want a manager who has experience. 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside ball, 2. I think that's part of the problem. They have a guy that I think rookie pitching coaches or second-year pitching coach, rookie hitting coach, rookie bench coach. I don't like that. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. 3-1. I think when you have such a young team with so many young players, I think you need an experienced coaching staff and not a new coaching staff. 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a foul. 3-2. I would prefer an experienced coaching staff across the board. Now, they just signed John Mabry. The Orioles just signed John Mabry to be a special assistant. He will be in the dugout helping. So I think that's good. Mabry's got a lot of experience, former player as well. I like that. Hopefully he'll bring some insight and hopefully he'll help these players. But no, I don't want a new manager. Talkman's ready. 3-2 pitch. There's a fly ball center field. Shallow. Here comes Carlson. Is he going to get there? Yes! He gets there just in time. Nice running catch by Dylan Carlson. So again, 2 quick outs for Zach Eflin. Yeah, if you ask me right now, Victor, I want a guy. Let me get that in the right place. I want a guy that's going to have experience. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Vargas is up. Ball outside, 1-0. I do. I want an experienced guy. I don't know who they're going to get. Who knows who they'll bring in? But I do. I think I want somebody. I wouldn't even be upset if they went back to Buck Showalter. Really wouldn't. 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a foul, 1-1. They won't do that. They won't do that. But I wouldn't be upset if they went back to Buck Showalter. I've never been the biggest fan of Brandon Hyde. I didn't care that he was the manager when the Orioles were losing because I understood that overall there was a reason. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball, left field hit pretty well, but going to be playable for Heston. He's there. That's your inning. So Zach Eflin, to his credit, has done his job. He has kept the Orioles in this game. He's got 4 scoreless innings. The offense now has to do their part and put some runs on the board. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. Scores, let's do some quick scores. I think the only score we have right now around Major League Baseball, other than the Oriole game, is we have a final from earlier. The Reds, Cincinnati Reds, beat the Cubs 6-2. Everybody else is later. Hold on, guys. I'm going to shut that window so that I can get that glare in the background out of there. There we go. I think that'll help it at least a little bit. As we get in here and get ready for some more Major League Baseball. Orioles got to find some runs, man. Got to find some runs, O's. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate the subscribers, too, for any of those that have gone out and done it. Hey, Sir Jiggy with it. What do you know? Welcome in. Good to have you here. Fat Weeders is trash. All right. Well, if we're going to be like that, you know what's going to happen, right? So it'll be your call how we handle this, buddy. But I appreciate you being here. Mods, if you could all keep an eye on that, I'd appreciate it. All right, gang, here we go. Let's get this back up and ready to go for the O's. All right, so Gunner's going to lead off. Burke is still in the game. Let's see what we can get. First pitch to him. Curveball, strike right there, 0-1. Gunner's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a foul, 0-2. So a quick 0-2 count on Gunnar Henderson. There's a swing and a foul again down the third base line. So 0-2, we're going to do it again. Oh, 2 pitch outside, ball, 1-2. What's up, Paul? Welcome in, bud. Good to see you. 25 likes, guys. We're still 5 away from our goal. Let's see if we can get there. Gunner is set. Burke is set and at the belt. Nope, Gunner steps out. One-two pitch. Check swing. Did not go. 2-2. Gunner pretty good at bat here, making him throw some pitches. Let's see what he can get done. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul right at the plate. Did he call it fair? He called it fair! It's a foul ball right at home plate, and the umpire called it fair, and the catcher grabbed it. Tag Gunner obviously calls him out. Let's see this now. He literally swings it, and it right at home plate. It never goes past home plate. How can it be fair? It's got to go in front of the plate for it to be fair. It never went in front of the plate. It never went in front of the plate. It's a foul ball. It has to be foul. Okay, it is foul. Okay. I was going to say, it definitely has to be foul. There's no way that's a fair ball. It never, when a ball hits down in front of the plate, if it hits the plate, it's automatically dead. If it doesn't and rolls forward, it could be fair. It never rolled forward. So still a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Hit pretty well. Going to be playable, though. Center fielder's going to get there. He's got it. That's one down. So one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Still no score in the game. Orioles have 2 hits. White Sox have 1. That's going to bring Ryan Mountcastle to the plate. And he's 0 for 1. Just cannot find his stroke, man. First pitch outside, ball 1. Just cannot find the power stroke. You know, again, I talked about it earlier. I'll talk about it again. Orioles moved that fence in. You know, talking about how many home runs were stolen from Ryan Mountcastle. Well, they moved the fence in, and it's still not seeming to help him. 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive past the lunge of the second baseman into center field for a base hit. So Mountcastle's getting to hit. To be fair, Mountcastle is getting his hits. He had a double the other night, had a single the other day, got another single here. But, you know, part of the thing with Ryan Mountcastle is he was supposed to be known as a guy that was going to drive in runs and hit a lot of home runs. I mean, he set the Orioles rookie single season record with 33 home runs. But his power numbers have just steadily decreased since that season. All right, here's O'Hearn. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. Yeah, I agree, Thelonious. I don't know what he was looking at. Maybe he didn't see it fast enough. Maybe the catcher picked the ball up before he could view it. But it definitely was foul. It just never rolled in front of the plate. It just stayed right even to behind the plate. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul, 1-1. So yeah, John Mabry was hired as a senior advisor to the Major League Baseball coaching staff. He'll be in there. He was a hitting coach with the Marlins last year. Not that that's saying much. He was also a hitting coach with the Cardinals from 2013 to 2018. So he's got experience. Maybe that'll help the team. They need it. 1-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2-1. So every inning so far, from the first inning through the fourth inning, the Orioles have had runners on base. Have not been able to move them up. Let's see if O'Hearn, the Orioles' hottest hitter, can do it right here. Batting .342 on the season, too. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball left field. Hit pretty good, but left fielder is going to get there. And just like that, we've got 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's going to bring Ramon Arias to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the game. To Eflin's credit, 4 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He's pitched really well. All right, first pitch to Arias is high, ball 1. JP5, they can review it if they want. I don't think the Orioles challenged. What the umpires can do, he can go out to the third base, second base, first base umpire and ask for help and say, hey, did you see it? And I think that's what they did. He asked for help. They helped him. They reversed it and said, nope, that's not a fair ball. It's foul. I think that if nobody disagreed with him and if they didn't change it, I think the Orioles could have gone like this and said, hey, let's review. But he asked for help. Good for him. And we got it right. So that was good. Arias has got a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a nice curveball. Had his knees buckled. 1-1. Never been the biggest fan of Ramon Arias. I think a lot of people like him. They like his defense. They think he's a solid player. I think he's okay. I think he plays too much. 1-1 pitch. Strike right there, 1-2. I don't think he's an everyday player. I think when you need to give a guy a day off, let him play. And I understand he's playing right now because everybody's hurt. Westberg's hurt and stuff like that. But I think once Westberg comes back, he's got to be the guy that goes to the bench. 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Well, yeah, JP, they initially called it fair. The catcher picked the ball up, tagged Gunnar, and the home plate umpire initially said, fair ball, you're out. But then the Orioles protested. He asked for help, and they changed it. Didn't matter anyway. Gunnar got out. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball again, right in front of the plate. Same type thing. Exact same thing that just happened to Gunnar. There was a ball right at the plate. It went straight down, but this one rolled forward, and it was a fair ball. And again, he did the exact same thing. He tagged him, and now he's out. Same exact thing that happened to Gunnar happened to Arias. Jiggy, if you watch baseball, and again, I'm going to try to be honest with you, and I'm going to humor you for a couple minutes. I think it's a lot of different things. I think it's obviously injuries. I think it's underperformance. I think that's the biggest issue. I think you've got guys on this team that have track records of being good ball players who are just underperforming. Injuries haven't helped. And, there's been some bad decisions made, absolutely. I'm not one to believe that if the Orioles had gone out and signed Max Fried, that they would be in first place. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. Garrett Crochet is pitching for the Red Sox, and he's having an awesome season. How are the Red Sox doing? They're 4 games under 500. They're terrible. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that the Orioles didn't go out and they didn't get pitching. They didn't address the pitching. They're bad because they're underperforming. They're playing bad baseball. I'm not a fan of his careless offensive approach. His defense is the reason he's still a nose player. I agree, Slicer, when it comes to Arias. I think he's a fine utility player, plays too much in my opinion. And absolutely, I disagree, Jiggy. 100% disagree. I think you're wrong. Eflin, first pitch, swing and a miss, strike. And again, Jiggy, I don't know if you're trolling. I'm gonna hide you from the channel because if you're really watching baseball, that's not true. 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul back. This is the same guy that went out and got Corbin Burns. Burns wouldn't re-sign with the Orioles. He took less money to go to Arizona, so he went out and got the star pitcher. He's the one that signed all these players. They went out and won 83, 101, and 91 games. Those 3 seasons, everybody and their brother loved Mike Elias. Now, all of a sudden, the Orioles are having a bad season, and he's the problem. I don't agree. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul again. Let's do it again. I disagree. Peel the layers back, take a deep breath, and look at it objectively, not reactionary, and come back to me and talk to me, and let's see where we stand. Grass isn't always greener on the other side. 0-2 pitch to Benintendi. Outside, way outside. Ball 1, 1-2. Nobody, you fire Elias, there's no guarantee the next guy's going to be better. He could be worse. So be careful what you ask for. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. Hey, Hustle, welcome in. He's trolling. He probably is, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Here's Luis Robert, first pitch, 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-1. Yeah, no, that's your opinion. You're perfectly, you're allowed to have your opinion, Jiggy. I agree. It's not troll based. I agree. That's fine. It definitely is your opinion. Luis Robert, next pitch, 1-1. Hey, welcome in, Capo. Sports betting is killing the integrity as well. O's win 4-1. Let's hope. I think it's part of it. Slyster, 1-1 pitch, outside ball 2. Don't get me wrong. I think Mike Elias has made some decisions on things that I'm not happy with. But, I don't think he's been fantastic either. He's not devoid of blame here. 2-1 pitch. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2. Yeah, it is okay to I agree, Jiggy. It's okay to disagree without being a troll. But disagreeing and, being mean-spirited when you're calling lying Mike fat weeders and stuff like that, that's unnecessary. If you don't like Rutschman and you think he's playing bad, say that. It's the unnecessary parts of it that I think people tend to think you're trolling because you're not being professional about it. So a 3-2 count on Luis Robert. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul. We're going to do it again. JP5, right? I'm telling you right now. He must need a double. That's so funny. I think sports betting plays a part in that as well. I do, Capo, for what it's worth. 3-2 pitch. Swinging a fly ball. Left field. Foul. Oh, see, being fanatical blinds a fan's judgment. I would agree with that. I would agree with that 100%. And I agree with that because I'm not fanatical. You don't know me from Adam, but there are a lot of people in here that do know me. I'm not like that. If the Orioles playing bad, I'm going to tell you they're playing bad. 3-2 pitch. Swing. Did he go? Check down first base. He did go. That is strike 3 on Luis Robert. Not at all. I will be very objective about the Orioles. I am very objective about the Orioles. But I'm also not going to jump on the bandwagon. I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at the entire picture of the Orioles and say, what is it that's really making this team as bad as they are? So here's Palacios. First pitch to him, swinging a foul. Someone's scoring the 5th inning. Someone's going to score in the 5th. It never fails. Capo, that's a good point. The Orioles seem to be a later inning team for scoring. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-1. I watch every single Orioles game. Every single Orioles game. I study. I read the articles. I look at the box scores. I do. 1-1 pitch. There's a fly ball. Hit pretty well left field. Looks like Kjerstad's going to have a play. Yep, he's under it. That's your inning. Another really good inning out of Zach Eflin. No runs, no hits, no errors. He has been absolutely money so far in this game through 5 innings. 5 innings, 1 hit, no walks, 4 Ks. He's doing his job. The offense has to step up. And I've said it from the beginning for me. I always felt that the biggest culprit for the Orioles this year has been the offense. I'm sorry. I understand. I agreed with everybody. The pitching was going to be the starting pitching was going to be a weak spot for the Orioles. Okay, no problem. I knew that going in. I knew what we had. I knew we weren't going to have a 20-game winner. We didn't have that staff ace. We thought we did in possibly Grayson Rodriguez or Zach Eflin. Not a Garrett Crochet, Garrett Cole, Carrick Skubal ace, but a good enough guy that can be a number 1. Okay, we didn't have that guy like a Skubal. Okay, but I thought we had sufficient pitching that if they lived up to their potential, was going to be competitive every night. Was going to mostly keep us competitive most nights. Then Grayson goes down. Then Zach Eflin goes down. Then Charlie Morton finally becomes 41 years old and pitches terrible. Dean Kramer does his normal terrible start to the season that he always does. He always starts bad, ends great. All of that together was a snowball effect, just the perfect storm of horrible pitching to start the season. But if you really take a step back, look at the last few out. There's been some really good outings. Sagano's the exact example of this, of a guy that's been phenomenal this year. He's really been good. He's got an ERA of like 3.5 or under 3.5. He keeps the Orioles in every game, and he's like 3-4. The offense, to me, has been the biggest culprit. It's just, again, just my opinion. Doesn't mean anything. That's the biggest culprit for me. Their runners in scoring position has been horrendous. They cannot, situational hitting is just an anomaly for this team. They can't do it. And bad at bats left and right. Their entire approach has been horrible, and that's my biggest issue. The offense was supposed to be the catalyst, was supposed to lead this team, was going to be what was going to really carry us. And they've done the exact opposite. So here's Rivera, first pitch, strike, 0-1. Me too, I stay down the street from the stadium. Trust me, this offense isn't that bad. We need a pitcher, though, and hopefully. Again, Capo, the pitcher thing with me, if we get one, again, outside, ball 1-1. Again, we had a pitcher last year. We had Corbin Burns, Cy Young winner, great guy. What did we do? We didn't win anything. We didn't win anything with him. And why didn't we win in the playoffs? Because the offense scored 1 run in 2 games. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike, 1-2. Well, I think the Orioles were hoping for better attendance. The attendance hasn't been great. 1-2 pitch, here it is. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Always okay to be a critic, Jiggy. Absolutely. Absolutely okay to be a critic. Yes, I'm a critic. I'm being a critic right now, talking about the offense. But I'm going to do it in a manner that's not going to be disrespectful to anybody. That's all. 2-2 pitch. Pop up. Looks like it's going to get out of play. It's definitely okay to be a critic, especially when it's justified. But that's what I always say. Be justified in it. Have your numbers to back it up. Tell me why you're being a critic of it. Not just, I just don't like this guy. 2-2 pitch. Pop up. Going to get out of play again. So Rivera's 2-2. Seeing some pitches here. Let's see if he can get something going. You know, like I was saying earlier, Capo, you talk about the Orioles need a pitcher. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Did he go? Nope. Ball 3, 3-2. You know, the last year, the Tigers had Tarek Skubal. What did they win? They didn't win anything, right? Garrett Crochet plays for the Red Sox this year. The guy everybody said the Orioles should have went and got. He's been really good for them. Where are they? Next to last place. 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. Foul again. So Rivera's staying alive. You know, where are the Red Sox? 4 or 5 games under 500 in 4th place. They'd be in last place if the Orioles were playing anywhere near good baseball. So that staff ace doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win. Three-two pitch. There's a fly ball. Center field. Hit moderately deep, but it's playable. 1 out. And this is the problem with the Orioles. Lots of fly balls. Capo says Holiday needs to step up when it comes to homers. He is the guy, and Tyler will show up second half of the season. Here's what I'll say about Jackson Holiday. I don't worry about the homers. Okay? I want guys that can hit and hit well. The homers will come in time. They will. They'll come. Here's Kjerstad. First pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. And that right there is exactly the problem with Heston Kjerstad. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. His swing is so long, he can't catch up to it. He's got to learn to shorten his swing. 0-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 1. 1-1. I think the numbers, the power numbers for Jackson Holiday will come. He's got 6 home runs this year. You know, he's 21 years old. His body is still developing. He's getting there. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a nice changeup. 1-2. One-two pitch. Foul ball. We're going to do it again. Again, 97. He can't get out in front of it. He's behind He's behind. Well, Jiggy, most ballpark, the Orioles probably have some of the better pricing when it comes to ballpark concessions compared to some places. But that's just baseball in general. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. 97 up and out, outside the zone. Kjerstad has got to learn. He's got to learn. He struggles against fastballs. His swing is way too long. He is behind. He is late on fastballs. Absolutely late on fastballs. So now 2 outs. Here's Dylan Carlson. He's 1 for 1. First pitch. Low. Ball 1. 1-0. Guys, 28 likes. Jiggy, I was a season ticket holder for the Orioles for 15 years. You either love the team or you don't. And if you and if you want a better return on your investment, if you're not happy with the investment, don't be a season ticket holder. Don't support them. Show them. That's what I say. I always tell folks, if you're not happy with your return on your investment, then don't be a ticket holder. Until they get good. You can still be a fan. 2-0 pitch inside, but it's a strike. 2-1. You can still be a fan. I mean, I've moved to Florida. I live in Florida now, so I can't be. But if I was still living in Maryland, I'd still be a ticket holder. I love the Orioles. Good or bad, I'm going to go. 2-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 3. 3-1. Yeah, Slyster, he's struggling. But again, this is a guy that his first full season in the major leagues. You got to learn on the job. He's going to struggle. Not everybody can be Ken Griffey. 3-1. Here we go. Outside, ball 4. Back to the top of the lineup for Jackson Holliday. You know, Holliday last year hit 185 in the at-bats he had in half a season. So, and look at Holliday now, batting 273 on the year. He's almost 100 points higher than he was last year. He'll be fine. Well, again, Jiggy, it is a business. And if you're not happy with the business, then don't give them your business. Here's the first pitch to Holliday. High, ball 1, 1-0. 100% agree. It is a business. But if you're not happy with the business and the product they're giving you, then don't support it. It's that simple, right? All right, 1-0 count to Jackson Holliday. Great conversation, guys. Glad to have everybody here. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. First baseman catches it. Was it foul or is it fair? It came up the line. It looked like it was fair. It looked like the first baseman got it in time, but they're calling it foul, so Jackson's going to get another shot. Victor says, I was season tickets holders for the New York Giants for 30 years. They got really bad. I didn't want to spend that money. I still go here and there, but support from the coach now. Yeah, from the couch now. Yeah, I agree, Victor. Do your thing, man. All right, Jackson's still up there. 1-1 count. Throw over to first. Nope, Carlson is back. All right, so Jackson's got a 1-1 count. Pitch 63 coming up for Burke. Still no score. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch. Strike on the bottom half of the plate. 1-2. 29 likes. We are 1 away from hitting the goal. There's 30 people in here right now. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We got a barn burner. Nothing in this game. Jackson Holliday's got a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strike 3. It was a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, and he could not catch up to it. And that's your inning. No runs. 1 hit, man left. No runs, no hits, a man left. Top of the 6th coming up. No score. Jiggy, I don't think I understand your comment. Hey, Snick, welcome in. This game is intense, not going to lie. It is, it's close. Jiggy, I don't understand your comment. There's no need for anybody to apologize for them being a bad product. Fans are customers, not flying monkeys. I don't understand your comment. Who said anything about anybody apologizing? You are customers. Who will score first? I agree, Snick. I'm not sure. Nobody asked anybody to apologize. All I'm saying is if you're complaining about the team as a customer and you're not happy with it, then don't support it, right? Because if I go somewhere, if I go to a restaurant and I have a bad meal, I'll go back again. All right, maybe it just was a bad night. If I go back again and it's a bad meal again, I'm not going to go. It's up to you. Just need 1K. Eflin has... Yeah, I think the way Zach Eflin's pitching right now, I definitely think he's got... I think he's definitely got a couple more innings in him. Absolutely. He's going through the innings very quickly. He really is. Daniel Barry, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Happy Friday to you too, bud. Eflin, to his credit, has pitched really well. 5 innings, 1 hit, 4 Ks. 30 likes. There we go. We hit it. Good job, everybody. There's a curveball, fly ball, left field, center field. That's down for a base hit. Carlson's got it. So a leadoff single for the White Sox, and that's their second hit of the game. You know what? We got to the 30 mark on the likes, everybody. I'm gonna up it. There we go. We're going for 40. So for leadoff single for the White Sox, first time for them today, where they get the leadoff man on. Let's see what they do with it. Hopefully the Orioles can get another double play. That's going to bring Kiro to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, that's single his first time up. Or 1 for 1, I'm sorry. Or Sosa's up. My apologies. Sosa's up. Kiro is who got the base hit. Here's Sosa. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. $62 pitches for Zach Eflin to this point. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, left field. Gunner's going to give it a chase. Heston's going to give it a chase, and it's out of play. So quick 0-2 count on Sosa here. It's the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Zach Eflin. Oh, 2 count on Sosa. Here it is. Swinging a foul back. We're going to do it again. Oh, 2 pitch. Fly ball, right field, base hit. So back-to-back hits for the White Sox, and that's just good hitting right there. Back-to-back hits for the White Sox. They take the pitches that are given to them, and they're not trying to do too much with it. They're just getting base hits. And just like that, the White Sox have something going here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 men on, nobody out. First and second, nobody out. Number 9 hitter coming up right now, Rojas. Orioles need a double play right here, folks. You know, Eflin's been stellar to this point. 5 innings, no runs, just a couple hits. He's pitched really well to this point. But he needs a big out right here, a big pitch. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, they're going to square the bunt. Throw to second. They got him. They got him in a rundown. They got him. So the Orioles get a free out right there. The guy on second, let me rephrase. The hitter tried to bunt, did not get it, couldn't put it down. They were too far off at second, so Rutschman threw down to second. They got him in a rundown. They tagged him out, but the guy that was on first did go to second. That's a great play by Rutschman, to be aware of that. And the Orioles got that out. Very good. So they do get a quick out. There is still a man. Here's Rojas. He's now down in the count 0-1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul. Quickly 0-2. Oh, I guess they called that a ball. I guess they called that a ball on Rojas. So it's 1-1. Eflin is set. 1-1 pitch. just on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Wow, that could have been called a ball. That was really close. White Sox are 26th in runs per game, 28th in OPS, and 30th with runners in scoring position. They're ahead of the Orioles. 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Good pitch there by Eflin. Just on the outside corner, see if he'll chase. So that's a good take by Rojas there. 2-2 pitch. Pop up. Fairly deep into center field. Carlson's going to get there. He's got it. The runner at second is going to tag and go to third. So now they got a runner on third with 2 outs. A base hit definitely scores a run now. And I'm going to go back to the top of the lineup for Mydroth. I think his name is Mydroth. The likes are going, man. 32 likes today. You guys are amazing. Good to have everybody in here, too. Mydroth on the day is 0 for 2. All right, Victor. We'll be here. No problem, bud. So, Zach Eflin really needs a big out right here. Get out of this inning. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike on the outside corner. Wow, that could have been called a ball, but we get the benefit of the doubt there. 0-1. Eflin set. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-2. So quickly 0-2. Eflin's got a chance to get out of this now. And Mydroth on the year is batting 190 with runners in scoring position. Eflin's just got to make a competitive pitch here. Nothing over the heart of the plate. Let's see if he can get him. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning. Oh, Eflin steps off. We're tied, nothing in this game. Both offenses have had opportunities. Let's see if Eflin can make the pitch to get out of this. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. Foul! Nice play by Arias. He would have had him. It was a nice play by Arias. If they would have called it fair, he would have had him by a mile because he made a real strong, accurate throw, but it's foul. So that's actually a break for the White Sox because at least Mydroth will get another opportunity. If they had called that fair, he'd have been out by about 25 steps. So again, no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Gunner's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time. And Eflin gets out of it. No runs, a couple hits, 1 man left. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up. No score, folks. Birds are keeping it right where it needs to be at 0. Kudos to Zach Eflin. 6 innings, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. He has really pitched the Orioles and kept them in this game. The offense has got to step up for him. They've got to step up. You've got Rutschman, Henderson, Mountcastle, your 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up right now. Got to find a way to score some runs. Still 17 in here with 34 likes. That's amazing. We might even hit 40. Wouldn't that be something? I don't think we gained any. Yeah, we did. We gained a couple subscribers too. Thanks, gang. Appreciate all the subscribers for sure. Again, Rutschman, Henderson, Mountcastle coming to the plate. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Victor, off topic again. Since your villains bracket challenge, I'm going back and watching the movies. Hunchback is now on. Yeah, Victor, good movie. Yeah, I don't know how he lost either. Hustle, I'm not sure. Let me see. Swing. There's a line drive. Base hit for Adley Rutschman to lead off the inning. So Rutsch, first pitch swinging, drives one into right field for a base hit. So the Orioles again got the leadoff hitter on. Let me see if it's my audio on this end. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Can you guys hear? Is the audio there? Let me know if you guys can hear it. I can check the audio. Let's see what we got on audio. Yeah, it's the blue snowball. Looks like it should be good. What I would say is go out and come back in. Nick in Virginia, what's up, man? Welcome in. Good to see you. So here's Gunnar with a man on first, nobody out. Leadoff single. Pop up. Just gets out of play. Welcome in, Nick. Good to see you again, man. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? All right, here's Gunnar with an 0-1 count. Let's see what he can do. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Ball one. 1-1. Gunnar's 0 for 2. He's still one hit away from his 400th hit with the Orioles. Let's see if he can get it right here. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul again. Again, I think part of the problem with Gunnar is he's trying to hit everything 600 feet. Everything. He's trying to hit everything 600 feet. You know, sometimes you just got to shorten your stroke, make good contact, and just get a hit somewhere. Doesn't have to be a home run every time up. He's behind in the count, 1-2 here. Burke is set. Henderson's set. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Base hit down the third base line. That's in the corner. Adley's going to make the turn. He's going to go to third. And Gunnar's going to go into second with a double. And just like that, the Orioles have second and third. Nobody out. Nobody was playing over at third. They were playing him over to pull the ball. And he goes the other way. Great piece of hitting by Gunnar. And just like that, the Orioles have second and third. Nobody out. He went right down the third base line. And that is a double, and now the Orioles have second and third, nobody out. That's exactly what I was talking about right there. You don't have to have a home run. Just go with the pitch, take what they give you, and it works out. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you, man. That's going to bring Mountcastle to the plate. He singled last time up. Here we go, first pitch. High, ball one. Yeah, no problem. Hustle, sometimes that'll happen where I've had people say that before. It's a YouTube thing. Sometimes the audio isn't there. So go in, come back, go out, come back in. White Sox playing the infield in. So if you're mounting, you got to get the ball to the outfield here. I'm hoping, if I'm the Orioles, I'm not doing the contact play. So in other words, if I'm Adley at third, I'm not going on contact. Make sure the ball gets through because there's nobody out. All right, here comes the catcher. He's coming out to the pitcher for a minute. Guess they're having trouble with the fob. Burke said pitch 70. This next pitch will be 71. Really need to see if the Orioles can put up a nice crooked number right here. 34 likes still, guys. Let's see if we can get to 40. Here we go. 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. 2-0. Wow, that looked like a strike to me. But he called it a ball. So 2-0 right now to Ryan Mountcastle. So the count is in his favor. Second and third, nobody out. Orioles got to push across some runs right here. Got to get more than one, too. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike. 2-1. Same thing I said about Gunnar, I'm going to say about Ryan Mountcastle. Don't need a home run here. A base hit's going to score 2. He was way out in front of that curveball. 2-1 count on Mountie. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1. Now, again, if you're Mountcastle here, no pressure. 3-1 count. Look for your pitch. You don't have to overswing. Nothing to worry about here. If you walk, here we go. 3-1 pitch. Line drive. Caught! No, not caught! Shortstop had it, then he drops it. Now Mountcastle's going to reach. Nice dive by the shortstop. He saved at least one run. He dove to his right. He had it at first in the glove and then dropped it. Mountie running hard out of the box. Oh, it was a one-hopper. Nice stop. The shortstop, nice play. He saved a run there. But to the Orioles' credit, Mountie was really going hard down the line. So now it's bases loaded. Nobody out for Ramon Arias. But nice play by the shortstop. He saved a run there. Here's O'Hearn, Orioles' hottest hitter. Got the guy up, you want up. Here's the pitch. Bringing a ground ball. Second baseman comes home, first out. Just like that. Just like that. Ryan O'Hearn, why are you swinging at the first pitch? Swings at the first pitch, hits a ground ball to the first baseman. They throw it home for the force out. And now it's bases loaded, one out. I'm sorry, hit to the second baseman. Terrible by Ryan O'Hearn right there. Why are you swinging at the first pitch? Absolutely horrendous. Trying to do too much. Well, Jiggy, get your vodka ready. Now, here's Arias. So now a ground ball double play and they get out of the inning. Let's see. Come on, Arias. Here's the pitch. Ball high, 1-0. Just bad hitting, situational hitting by Ryan O'Hearn there. He swings at the first pitch. I never understand that. White Sox are still playing their infield in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball. Right field. That's hit deep enough. That's going to score the run. Right fielder's got it. He's throwing. Here comes Adley at the plate. That's going to score the run. And just like that, Arias gets the job done, and the O's take the lead 1-0. Good job. Good job by Arias. Situational hitting there. He got the ball to the outfield, got it deep enough. Rutschman scores. Gunnar goes to third. Gunnar scores. And the runner goes to third. So now it's first and third, 2 outs, but the Orioles are on the board. And they have a 1-0 lead. That's going to bring Rivera to the plate. Rivera, base hit here, is going to score the second run. Let's see if we can get one across. Here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Throw to second. No. The run home. They stole home. A double steal. Nice play by the Orioles. Right there. That was awesome. Mountcastle goes from first. Stops halfway down. The shortstop gets it and throws home because Mountie stole home. And the run scores. It's 2-0 Orioles. A double steal. That was smart. I'm sorry. Ryan O'Hearn stole second. Stopped halfway so they couldn't tag him. And then the runner from third came home and they weren't able to get him. And the Orioles scored their second run. Really good baseball right there. I love it. Why not? So now you got a man on second, 2 out. Here's Rivera. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-1. That was really smart on O'Hearn's part. Halfway down, he stopped. Because if he doesn't stop, they're going to probably throw him out. And then the run was able to get home, and then he took second. That's great. 1-1 pitch. Line drive. Caught by the second baseman. That's your inning. But the Orioles get 2 runs. And just like that, the Orioles have a 2-0 lead. Let's head to the 7th inning. I think Eflin will come out for the 7th. I really do. Good situational baseball right there by the O's at times. They look bad. Again, it's kind of the microcosm of this entire season. They looked bad that inning, and then they looked a little bit good. But if I'm... What I'm really not understanding, though, is with the White Sox, I think that's bad execution on their part. If Ryan O'Hearn goes and tries to steal second, let him steal the bag. Just, let him steal the bag. I don't understand. Let him steal. Who cares? Because ultimately, he doesn't mean anything. You want to get the guy at the plate. But they didn't. They threw through, and then Ryan O'Hearn was able to steal home and get the run. So it's good for the Orioles. I don't like the execution if I'm a White Sox fan. But 2-0 O's, top of the 7th coming up. Tay, I think he's going to come out. He's only thrown. Where is he on pitches? Let me see how many pitches he's thrown so far. Yeah, he's only at 74 pitches. Eflin's only at 74 pitches, so he definitely can come back out, Tay. I don't see why he can't. 20 people in here, 34 likes. Good to have all of you in. We're trying to get to 40. We got to our original goal of 30 likes. We blew right past that. Now we're trying to get to 40. Let's see if Eflin comes out for the 7th. Again, this is one of those times where I don't care what the analytics say. Yep, Eflin's back out there. First pitch swinging, or first pitch strike. He takes it for a strike, 0-1. Sorry, guys, I'm not the best at calling games, but I'll get there. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike, 0-2. So quickly, he's got Tauchman down, 0-2. Tay, if you only need one more strikeout, he's got 2 strikes on this guy. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, 2 pitch. Ground ball right at Gunnar at short. Throw over to first in time. Sorry, Tay. Well, I mean, he's at 77 pitches, Victor, at this point. And we're in the 7th inning. He's pitching well. He's really had a nice outing today for the Orioles. No reason why he can't, unless he gets into trouble. What'll probably happen is, if somebody gets on, they'll probably take him out. But if he keeps getting outs, he'll stay in. Here's Vargas, first pitch, fly ball, left field, fairly deep, and it's down for a base hit in front of Heston Kjerstad. I thought he hit it hard. I thought he hit it better than that, but he didn't. Must have hit it off the end of the bat. The trajectory looked like he hit it pretty far, but it falls in front of Kjerstad for a single. So a 1-out single for Vargas. Let's take a look. He did hit it off the end of the bat. He had a really long swing, and the way the trajectory of it was, I thought it was going to go further. But it's down for a single. Hey, Ryan, welcome in. Here's Benintendi. He's got some pop to him. You got to be careful here. Here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Ryan, amen, man. Always feels good to be home from work, especially on a Friday, bud. Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a foul right at the plate. 0-2. Score, 2-0 Birds. Oh, yeah, sorry. I guess I ought to put that back up there. There we go. 2-0 Birds. I guess I could do that so you guys can see the score. Here's the score. 2-0 Birds. My apologies. 2-0 Birds right there. But 0-2 count again on Benintendi. They had 0-2 on one guy. Let's see if we can get him. 0-2 pitch outside. Ball 1. 1-2. Thanks, Victor. Appreciate you putting that out there. There's all the matchups at the bottom of the screen of all the teams and who they're playing this tonight. Sorry, Victor. It's Friday for me, buddy. Benintendi, 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Fly ball right field. That's hit really well. Is it going to go foul? It does. Woo! That just went foul. Thank goodness. What are you doing? There she is. Look, she brought me dinner, guys. Can you believe that? Thank you. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Yeah, you're awesome like that. Thanks. Wow, steak and everything. How about that? I get dinner served to me, guys. Here she goes. Thanks, wife. 30 years of marriage, guys. And she still serves me dinner. All right, Benintendi, 1-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. She's serving me steak with potatoes and everything else. This is awesome, man. You can't beat this. Sorry, guys. I wish I had smell-o-vision for you. It's fantastic. 1-2 pitch. Outside. Well, 3-2 now. That was a 2-2 pitch. Now we're running the count full. This is probably going to be Eflin's last hitter. If he doesn't get Benintendi, I think the Orioles are going to come get him. I really was hoping for a shutdown inning right here out of Eflin. Let's see if we can get him. 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a foul back. We're going to do it again. Wow, she made me steak, guys. All right, Benintendi's ready. Still got a runner on first. 1 out. A ground ball double play would end the inning. Let's see if we can get it. Hey, Scott, welcome in. Nope, throw over to first. Jiggy, what I will say is you got to stay respectful, buddy. If you're not going to be respectful, I'm gonna hide you from the channel. I'm not going to have that. Okay? You're going to be like that. You're going to go right now. 3-2 pitch. And he walks in ball 4. That's going to do it. That's definitely going to do it. It's just like watching the game in a luxury suite at the stadium. Yeah, I wish. All right, guys, here we go. So Eflin is, they're talking to Eflin at this point. All right, so Luis Roberts at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Well, they got a chance right here. First and second, only 1 out. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1, 1-2. So Manzolino's sticking with him. I thought for sure he was going to come get him. Luis Robert, he's a home run hitter. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike. 1-1. I'm sorry to do that to Jiggy, but I can't have that. One pitch. Foul back, 1-2. Tay, you still got a shot, buddy. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. First and second for the White Sox. Top of the 7th inning. Eflin's got to keep the ball low in the zone. Here's the pitch. Outside and low, ball 2, 2-2. On deck is Palacios. Robert is ready. So is Eflin. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. All right, so the Orioles are at a point now. Eflin's not having a good inning. 18 pitches, 11 of them are strikes, 7 balls. 3-2 pitch. He got him! Strike 3. That's a big out for Eflin to get Luis Robert. And Tay, there you go. You got the strikeout you needed, buddy. And that's a big strikeout for the Orioles, too. So now it's up to the Orioles to get Palacios right here. Let's see if they can get him. Need a big 2-out pitch right here. Ball 1, 1-0. Yes, Capo, that was a big strikeout. Tell you got your 5. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Eflin's struggling this inning. Losing his command. Definitely needs to find it right here. 2-0 count. You got to be careful right here now. Here's the pitch. Ball 3. 3-0. That's funny. I appreciate you subbing, man. That means a lot. Thanks. Three balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Strike right there. 3-1. Capo says, now I need the score to be 4-1. Well, they're on their way. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a foul back. 3-2. ZXBY. Now can I get a holiday hit, please? Amen, right? Holiday got a hit by pitch. I don't know. I don't know if that counts. All right, full count on Palacios. Let's see if we can get him right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. They got him! Called strike 3. Oh, my. Palacios is not happy. That ball, I understand why he's not happy. That looked like it was on the outside part of the plate. But there was a called strike 3, so the Orioles get a break. And we're staying at 2-0. Zach Eflin, great outing today. 7 innings, no runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Can't beat it, man. That's exactly what the Orioles needed. That's exactly what the Orioles needed. Thelonious says, out here in Allegheny County. I think that's the reason why Thelonious, they started, well, it is, they said it. And that's why they said they were going to start the game at 4:30. Because Allegheny County, where is, I'm trying to think of where that is. Is that out, is that down the west coast? I mean, east coast? Are you down by the ocean, Ocean City? Are you down that way? I can't think of where Allegheny County is. Lexington Market, man. That used to be, I don't know if it's still like that anymore. Again, I've been living in Florida for a while now. But when I was a kid, Lexington Market used to be nice. Really nice. See what the Orioles can do here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Couple more runs, which has been an Achilles heel for the Orioles this year. They've really had so much trouble when it comes to, adding on runs for sure. Adding on those, those add-on, those tack-on runs to put games out of reach. They've really had issues with that this year. Maybe they can do something. Burke's still out there. Good for him. It's going to be Kjerstad, Carlson, then back to the top of the lineup. Let's see. Here we go. First pitch to Kurt Heston. There's a line drive caught by the second baseman. First pitch swinging, he hits it hard, but he hits it right at the second baseman. 1 down. Frank Baker Gaming, welcome in. Cumberland, my goodness, that is Western Maryland. Here's Dylan Carlson, first pitch strike, 0-1. All right, Cumberland's about as far west as you can get in Maryland. You're like right by the West Virginia line, right? 0-1 pitch. Inside, swing and a foul back. 0-2. Right? Isn't Cumberland like right there on the line? You could probably walk to West Virginia. 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball left field. It's going to get out of play. Yeah, we lived, my wife and I, we've been married, Melissa, who came in, we've been married for 30 years. And we lived in Maryland most of our lives. And we lived in basically Baltimore, right outside of Baltimore. Carlson, 0-2 pitch in the dirt, way in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2. Burke is still out there, though. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside. Oh, he called it strike 3. That was on the outside part of the plate, but they called it strike 3. I guess he's making up for that one last inning. Because that was definitely on the outside part of the plate. Well, he called it a strike anyway. That's 2 down. Here comes Holiday. Somebody said they needed a Jackson Holiday hit. Well, here's your shot. Your last shot, I hate to say it. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back. 0-1. Jackson 0 for 2 on the day. Hit by pitch. He does have a stolen base. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Ball 1. 1-0. The ball was low. Low and outside. Definitely wasn't swinging at that one. Jackson set. Here comes Burke's 1-1 pitch. That's a strike right down the middle, too. 1-2. Oh, that was definitely a strike. One ball, 2 strikes on Jackson Holiday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. High fastball, strike 3, and that's your inning. Sorry, guys. No runs, no hits, no errors. 8th inning coming up for the O's. 2-0 Birds. 35 likes. Thanks, everyone. Yes. Amen, Melissa. Carrot County is most west, but you're not wrong. Oh, that's right. I guess Carrot County is, isn't it? Yep. Mullins is on the injured list, Capo. 10-day injured list. Hamstring strain. But the Orioles say it's minor, that he should be back as soon as his 10 days are up. Just eating my dinner while I'm waiting for the game. My wonderful wife brought it to me. For all you guys out there, find the right one. That's what I'll tell you. Tays from Philly used to hearing birds for the Eagles. Yeah. Yep. They are the birds up there. Eagles Super Bowl champs. Do you think we should have kept Anthony Santander? No. No, not at all. I like Santander. I like him a lot. And he's a great clubhouse guy. Good hitter, too. But what he did last year... All right, here's the first batter. Brian Baker's now in for the Orioles. First pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. I thought what Santander did last year was his pinnacle. I don't think he's going to do that again. I felt his numbers were just going to go down from there. He's getting older. 1-0 pitch. Ball 2, 2-0. Here we go. Baker, great. He's going to throw gasoline on the fire. Watch. But Santander's not having a good season to start in Toronto right now. I think he's batting under 200. Got like 6-7 home runs. Not doing great. 2-0 pitch. Ball 3, 3-0. So Baker comes right in, and he's going to walk the first batter. Just wonderful, Brian. Here we go. 3-0. Cuero's taken all the way. 3-1. Strike right there. If I'm Cuero, I'm taking the next pitch too. Make him throw strikes. 3-1. Here we go. 3-1 pitch. Inside part of the plate. Strike. 3-2. Cuero is not happy. He thought it was a ball. Richard, welcome in. Richard, the legend. R. Johns, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you, man. So 3-2 to Cuero. Let's see if we can get him. Baker sets. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So, to his credit, Baker did come back, and he did get the out. 1 down. That's going to bring Sosa to the plate. He's 2 for 2 in the game. First pitch to him. Inside, ball 1. Richard, thank you, buddy. Thanks for the like. 5 likes away, gang. Don't forget, Sunday we'll be at Magic Kingdom. 1-0 pitch. Strike right there on the slider. 1-1. One pitch. Swing and a fly ball hit pretty deep. The center field. Looks like Dylan Carlson's under it. Yep, he's got it. 2 down. Thalonia says, I think Santander wanted 5 years. No thanks. Love him, but no thanks. Well, he got 5 years, $92 million from Toronto. But I like Santander. I think he's a good ball player. I just thought that last year was his pinnacle, and his numbers are just going to continue to... I think his numbers are just going to go downhill from here. So 2 outs. Here's Rojas. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. I could be totally wrong. Maybe he has a great season in Toronto. Maybe in the next few years he's really good. But Santander is a very streaky hitter. His defense isn't going to get better as time goes on. The older he gets, it's going to be harder for him. 1-0 pitch. Oh, ball 2. That should have been a strike, but they called it a ball. 2-0. The defense is going to get worse as he gets older. It's going to continue to go downhill. The Orioles supposedly made a significant offer. It just wasn't the same offer Toronto made. It is what it is. 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-1. He is a switch hitter. He does have power. He's a good guy in the clubhouse. All those things you got going for you. But again, what were they going to do? Two-one pitch on the way. There's a strike. 2-2. And again, like I said before, I like Santander. I like him a lot. But I don't think he was going to be... I didn't see him long-term for the Orioles. I made a video. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball right at the first baseman. Mountcastle's got it. He steps on the bag, or Ryan O'Hearn steps on the bag. And that's the inning. So the 8th inning's done. Heading to the bottom of the 8th. Orioles still got the lead. Yeah, I know you liked him, Victor. You wanted him on the Mets. Let's take a look. So Santander to date this season, Vlad just signed an extension with Toronto. He signed like a 10-year extension or something with Toronto. He's not going anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, Santander this year, in 184 at bats, he's got 6 home runs. He's batting 179. He's got a 273 on base percentage. He's got 18 RBIs. He's got a slugging of 304 and an OPS of 577. He is not having a good season at all his first season in Toronto. His production is really down. Yeah, Capo, I don't think that he was upset. I don't think that he was upset, unhappy there. I think he was unhappy he wasn't getting a contract extension. And then they finally came to a deal. Look it up. I'll see if I can find it for you. I'll try to find it for you. See if I can find it real fast. Yeah, he just signed a huge. No, that's not the Vlad I want. I want not him. I want the son. All right, Dan Altavilla is in the game for the White Sox. So Vlad Jr. just signed a huge deal. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14-year deal. 14-year deal for like $400 million. You can look it up and find it. He got huge money. So here's Rutschman again. 1 for 3 in the game. Let's see what he can do. First pitch is a strike. 0-1. Yeah, he got a huge extension. All right, Rutschman, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. 1-1. Well, the Mountain is warming up in the bullpen. One pitch. Swinging a foul. 1-2. Sorry, guys. That was gross, but I had a piece of meat in my teeth. I had to get it out of there. 1-2 pitch to Rutschman. Here it is. Swinging a foul back. Going to do it again. Capo, here's what I'll say. I think Gunner's going to be fine. I really do. You know, he's only in technically his 3rd full season in Major League Baseball. 28 home runs, 37 home runs last year. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Looks like it's going to be out of play. He's got 7 home runs this year. I think Gunner's going to be fine. I still think he's going to hit 25 home runs this year. Going to drive in anywhere from 70 to 80 RBIs. He's not going to have the season he had last year. He just didn't get off to a good enough start, and we're heading into June. I think Gunner's going to be fine. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strike 3. So Adley's out. Adley's the bigger concern for me because his at-bats he's just not taking good at-bats. And at times he looks overmatched or lost at the plate. Here's Gunner. First pitch to him. Foul. 0-1. You know, Gunner got hurt in the beginning of spring training. Quickly had to come to the major leagues. Didn't get a lot of time to get ready in spring training. He didn't have a real spring training. I think he's going to be fine. Gunner's ready. 0-1 pitch. There's another base hit down the third base side. He went again with the pitch. Nice at bat by Gunnar. Ball was on the outside portion of the plate, and he just flicked it into left field for a base hit. So he's 2 for 3. Or 2 for 4 in the game. It is, Capo. It is low for him. I agree. But it's one season. And he's 23. He's not even hit his prime yet. So I agree with you. It would be low. But that doesn't mean he can't come back next year and hit 40. Here's Hummel in the game. Swing and a miss. Strike. 0-1. So Hummel's in the game. Hummel's batting for Mountcastle. Oh, Mountcastle was 2 for 3. Cooper Hummel. 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 0-2. If I'm the Orioles, I'm sending Gunnar. 0-2 pitch. Ball high. 1-2. Two nothing Birds. Bottom of the 8th. Gunner's on first. Nope. Gonna throw over, but Gunner's back. Yeah, I think if I'm the Orioles right here, if I'm Manzolino, I'm sending Gunnar Henderson. See if you can get another stolen base. See if you can get a guy. See if you can get a guy in scoring position with O'Hearn on deck. 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. They got him. So here's what I'll say. I don't think I like that move there. You have Ryan Mountcastle, who was 2 for 3 in the game, had a couple hits, swinging the bat pretty well, and you pinch hit him for a guy that hasn't been in the majors all year. I don't understand that. So here's O'Hearn. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1-0. Sony 4K, welcome in, bud. Good to see you. You're just coming in, guys. Hit that like button. We are 4 away from hitting our goal of 40. Our goal was 30. We blew past 30. One-oh pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 1-1. I mean, I understand you're bringing in Cooper Hummel as lefty on righty, but I just don't like the matchup there. Here's the pitch. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Center fielder's got it. That's your inning. No runs. 1 hit. A man left. Guys, we're going to the 9th. This is it. Top of the 9th inning coming up. The Mountain. Felix Bautista coming in the game. 3 outs away from a nose win. Let's see if we can get it. As I chow down on my dinner. Good to have everybody in here. We got 37 likes. You guys are amazing. You guys all coming in. I had to, Jiggy, I'm not, he's starting to get a little too risky and a little too disrespectful. That's why I had to time him out. I mean, not that he was wrong, but $21 of you still in here. Thanks, everybody. $38 likes. Wow, we're 1 away. We might make it. All right, the Mountain's on the mound. Not a lot of room for error, though. It's only 2-0. He's got 8 out of 9 save opportunities, 3.78 ERA. Of course, he missed all of last year. And now, we're going to see if we can get 3 outs. Top of the lineup for the White Sox, 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. It's going to be Mydroth. Let's see, who's it going to be? It's going to be Mydroth, Tauchman, and Vargas. Bautista is set at the belt. First pitch. High, ball 1, 1-0. 96. So 1-0 right out of the gate. 1-0 pitch. Strike just on the top of the zone. 1-1. The hitter, Mydroth, is not happy about that. One pitch on the way. Here it comes. Ball low. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Oh, he almost hit him, but he did swing. 2-2. Wow. The ball was up in his eyes. He turned to swing, and then at the last minute had to go like that, but it was a swing. So 2-2. 38 likes, guys. We are 2 away. So Mydroth's got a 2-2 count. Let's see what Bautista can do here. He's set at the belt. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back. So to his credit, Mydroth is keeping this at bat alive. 39 likes. You guys are amazing. 1 more to go. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Arias has got it. Easy throw over to first, and that's your first out. 1 down here in the 9th, guys. 2 to go. I think the Orioles are playing tomorrow night, or it might even be tomorrow afternoon. It might be another 4 o'clock game tomorrow afternoon. All right, here we go. Here's Tauchman. He's 0 for 3. Bautista is set. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul down the first base line. 0-1. Tauchman to 0 for 3 in the game. He's behind the count here, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a strike. Nice splitter. 0-2. Thanks, Victor. So no balls, 2 strikes on Tauchman. Bautista's at the belt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit into the corner. Right field corner. That's going to be a 1-out double. Oh, throwing the second was pretty close. But Tauchman with the 1-out double. That's not good. Bautista left a splitter up in the zone. And just like that, 1 swing, and the White Sox will be tying this game up. So Bautista's got to be careful here. It's never easy with the Orioles, man. I'll tell you that. Miguel Vargas is going to step to the plate. He's 1 for 3. He got a single last time up. Thelonious, thank you. Just like it says, we're looking to do it hopefully June 5th. First pitch. Way inside. Almost hits him. He's got to dive out of the way. John, AB, what's up, John? Good to see you, man. So Vargas has got a 1-0 count. Bautista is unraveling here. He's got to settle down. He's set. 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. Just got to settle down. One pitch. Way inside again. Almost hit him again. 2-1. Well, it's to the advantage of the White Sox right here. Because if they can get another guy on base, that'll bring the lead run to the plate. Two one. Bautista set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike. 2-2. So 2-2 count. Vargas is set. Bautista is at the belt. Here's the pitch. Got him on the splitter. Strike 3. So 2 down. 1 more out to go for the O's. But it's going to bring Benintendi to the plate. Good hitter. Yes, and hello to the Ninja Watchers out there. First pitch to him. Ball. 1-0. Wow. Well, 39 likes. I'm very happy with that. Thank you again. We may not have hit 40, but we got close. 1-0 count to Benintendi. Here's the pitch. Oh, fly ball! Right field. It's hit good. Oh my gosh, it short hops the wall. That's going to score 1 run. Benintendi's going to go into second with the double. Whoa. He hit that ball really well. It's now 2-1. At first, I thought it was out of the ballpark and it was going to tie the game. But it's a 2-out double by Benintendi. And the White Sox are right back in this game. Holy cow. Wow, if the Orioles, I tell you what, guys. If the Orioles blow this game, it's going to be a backbreaker for the entire team. I mean, you take a 2-0 lead. Zach Eflin pitches a gem of a baseball game. They got to win this game. Can't blow this. Drew France, the Orioles pitching coach, is coming out. Got to find a way to win this game. Wow, can't blow it now. Wow, and the thing about it is, you have Luis Robert coming to the plate. This guy has hit 40 home runs in the season before. So he can put them when he can give them the lead with one swing, and he can definitely tie the game up. Let's see what happens. Here's the first pitch. Ball one. Wow, this doesn't feel good, guys. As an Orioles fan, I don't know. This just does not feel good. Right? Do it for Eflin. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fly ball, left field. Wow, he crushes it. It's going to stay fair. Holy cow. Was it fair? Thank goodness. Woo! Holy macaroni, it just went foul. A 1-1 count. Oh my God, my heart was racing. The way Kerstad was tracking that ball, I thought it was going to just stay inside the foul pole. But it just went to the left of the pole for a long strike. So 1-1 count on Luis Robert. Whew, that's an information pitch if I'm Bautista. Here he comes, 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter, 1-2. So he is literally, hey, we hit 40 likes. Good job, gang. Let me get that out of there. You all rock. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tyron runs on second. Here's Bautista's pitch. And it's a ground ball foul. We're going to do it again. We made it. We hit the like goal. Good job, everybody. Oh, where are you? We're coming back here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if it finishes. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So ball 2. 2-2. Is it Harkrit Singh? Welcome in. 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. We're going to do it again. Harkrit Singh. I know I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize if I am. Remember, guys, our next broadcast will be June 5th. Hope you guys come back for that one. Against the Mariners. All right, John. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ball 3, 3-2. Luis Robert is 0 for 3 in the game with 3 strikeouts today. Part of me just wants to walk him and face Palacios. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, he walks him. But the walk doesn't hurt right now. It's 1st and 2nd. Nobody moves up. Orioles still got a 2-1 lead. It's going to bring Palacios to the plate. He's a .216 hitter. He's 0 for 3 in the game. I tell you what, man, the Birds just do not make it easy on their fans. Joshua Palacios is stepping to the plate. .216, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs on the season. Looks like Sir Anthony Dominguez is warming in the bullpen. I guess just in case. Well, right now the Orioles are winning 2-1. My other screen went out on me, guys. I'm sorry. So you're just going to call it the rest of the way. Is it Harkrit? All it takes is a base hit. A base hit will score the run. They have a pinch runner at second. He's got really good speed. So if Palacios gets a bat on the ball and gets a base hit, it's going to score a run. But Bautista is set. Here's the pitch. Strike right there, 0-1. And that's where he wants to keep the ball. Low in the zone, bottom of the zone, outside part, and make him have to go get it. So 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter. 0-2. He had him way out in front of that one. And now, as a hitter, you don't know what's coming. The splitter, you're gearing up for the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And when he throws a splitter like that, you're way out in front, which is exactly what happened. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Orioles are 1 strike away. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-2. The thing about Felix Bautista is he doesn't make quality pitches. He doesn't make quality pitches. He just is so overpowering, he gets away sometimes with bad pitches. Bautista set. 1-2 pitch. Outside, way outside, ball 2. 2-2. Bautista has thrown 28 pitches in this inning. He has really had to work. $17 strikes and 11 balls. Not a good ratio. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the splitter. He got him. And that's it, guys. The O's get the win. They win the game 2-1. 1 run, 6 hits, no errors for the White Sox. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Orioles. Zach Eflin, deservingly so, gets the win. And Felix Bautista gets the save. That's awesome. Good win for the O's. Awesome. Thank you, everybody who came in today. Thank you all for supporting. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you all enjoyed this today. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. Again, final score, Orioles 2, White Sox 1. Our next broadcast will be June 5th, 3:30 p.m. against the Mariners, hopefully. Other than that, gang, appreciate y'all being here. Look, we made 40 likes today. I think we even gained a couple subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. Yep, we did. We gained about 2 or 3 subscribers. That's amazing for us. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, again, final score, Orioles 2, White Sox 1. Have a good rest of your day, and take care of yourselves and each other. Bye, gang.